guys, welcome to this messy bun. So with this being the last kind of vlog of the summer, I thought it would be real cool to do a flatbread. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I did make the flatbread already, but I'm going to show you guys in a future vlog how to do just a flatbread. So stay tuned for that. So this flatbread is going to be a Mediterranean flatbread. There are a couple steps that we're going to be doing. Not hard, don't be scared. It's going to be easy and delicious. But there's just a couple of components, I guess you can say, to the flatbread. So the first thing that we need to do is make meatballs. So that's what we're going to do now. So in this bowl, I have almost, I think it was like 0.84 pounds of ground chuck, 80-20 in here. I have sweated or pre-cooked some onions and garlic in a pan. I wanted them to cool before I added them to the meat. This is an important step. Make sure you pre-cook your onion and garlic before you add it to your meatballs, because if you don't, then they're still going to be, even though you're cooking them, they're still going to have that raw texture, and it's just not cool. Not cool for anybody. So this is 1/4 of an onion that I finely diced at, and then 1 clove of garlic. So we'll add that. And then I have 1/4 cup of Italian breadcrumbs, pre-seasoned, lots of flavor. A teaspoon of Italian seasoning, which is oregano and thyme, in case you didn't know. 3 tablespoons of water. And then let's do some pepper. And salt. I also have a large sized pan that I'm going to be kind of searing the meatballs off in, and then we're going to put them in a preheated 400-degree oven. The pan that I'm using can go into the oven. If you have that option, do that, because that way you're not losing any heat when you're transferring. If you can't, then that's cool. Use like a baking sheet or, you know, something that is oven safe. I'm going to go ahead and preheat the pan. I have some olive oil in there to about medium high. Okay. 1 egg. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this guy mixed. I'm gonna go ahead and use my mixer. You can certainly use your hands if you want to. This will just kind of make the process a little faster. Kind of looking for everything to combine nicely. We are making meatballs, but we're going to be cutting them in half when we are adding them to our flatbread, so you don't want like ginormous spaghetti sized meatballs. We're just going to kind of do cute little ones today. I don't want it to overmix either. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Again, we don't want like super ginormous meatballs, just what do you think that is? Oklahoma weather talk, what would this be? A golf ball maybe? Hen-sized egg? No, it's not that big. It's about like that is what we're gonna do. They just need to cook, you know, a couple minutes on each side. Just want to get them brown. And I'm going to turn them in the direction that I laid them in. So, you know, kind of this way. You know. Like, see that pretty color? Oh, it's really good. You just want to get a nice color on the outside, and then they'll finish cooking in the oven. And I am using ground beef, but you can certainly use ground turkey if you wanted to. You could use ground lamb, ground pork, like a little bit of everything, whatever you like to do. You can see how it's starting to cook, like, you know, almost up the sides here. Kind of what we're looking for. That's pretty. Okay. So in the oven for 12 minutes. Okay, so let's talk about the flatbread. So like I said, I already made the flatbread ahead of time. If you read my first vlog that I made, the chicken pesto flatbread, the recipe for the flatbread, the same one, is on there. But I will be making a video of just showing you guys how to make the flatbread in the future. So definitely stay tuned for that. So this flatbread is Mediterranean flatbread. It's gonna have the meatballs that are in the oven and they smell really, really delicious. It's also gonna have some Kalamata olives and some tomato, as well as feta, and then we're gonna make a tzatziki sauce too to kind of drizzle on top when it's done. And then if that's not enough, it's gonna have some yummy arugula and lemon on top of that as well. So everything is gonna play out perfectly with the flavors and it's gonna be so freaking delicious. I can't wait. Okay, so I went ahead and chopped about 3 tablespoons of cucumber, really super thin, and then I did a tablespoon of green onions, just the green part as well. And then we're gonna do a cup of plain Greek yogurt. To that, we're gonna do a little bit of pepper and salt. And then also half of a lemon. And this one has quite a bit of seeds, so I'm gonna try to pick them out a little bit. And you want to make sure you hold your hand under the lemon when you're squeezing it so you catch those seeds. And oh my gosh, I cut my finger earlier, like a paper cut or something, and this lemon is burning the shit out of it. Oh my lord. The things I do for you guys. Okay. Legit, that hurts really bad. Okay, and then dill. Dill is so fresh. It smells so good though. We are gonna use a whole sprig of it. Just kind of a little chopping action, not much. I don't want this big stem. Alright. This smells so good already. If you're one of the people who thinks that you don't like tzatziki sauce, try making it on your own. I think that might actually change your mind. To be honest, I've never been like a super big fan of it. My husband and my kids love it. And so I started making it on our own and it's so good. And you just want to give it a taste and see where you're at. See if you need anything. Ooh, yeah. You get the lemon and the dill just kind of hits you. So good. Okay, I'm gonna actually put this in the fridge and get cleaned up, and the meatballs should be almost ready. All right, so the meatballs are done, so let's get those guys out of the oven. They look and smell amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and just let them rest on this wire rack while we're doing the rest of our flatbread. It's well cooked, it's It's well seasoned. The onion and the garlic just give it so much flavor and depth. It's really yummy. It's gonna be so good on our flatbread. So now what we're going to be doing is building the flatbread. So like I said, we did make the flatbreads earlier. In the first vlog that I did for a flatbread, for the chicken pesto flatbread that I did mention like you just kind of work with the dough and what shape you get is what shape you get. And that is true because two different shapes here, guys, but they're both going to be so yummy. So we're going to work with this guy. So our base is just going to be a little bit of olive oil. It's kind of soon. I can't find the brush. I don't know what happened to it. I think it just walked away somewhere. Okay. To that, we're gonna do some of our meatballs that I cut in half already. Just building a pizza, right? Essentially. And then I have some cherry tomatoes that I halved. I'm gonna add those to it. Some Kalamata olives that are just so good. So much flavor and just that saltiness. I love olives. I could just sit here and eat it from the jar, which I might do later. Don't judge me, you never know. The colors in this are actually really pretty too. Especially when we get like the arugula and everything in there. It's gonna be so good. Okay. Now, we'll do some cheese, some feta. Just kind of crumble that all over. Okay, I think that looks beautiful. Sure, it's falling down. Okay, so this is gonna bake in a preheated 425-degree oven for about 7 minutes. And then we will do our drizzle of the tzatziki sauce and then the arugula on top too. It's gonna be so good. Hey, excuse me, ma'am. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, so the arugula is super simple. I just did a couple of handfuls of the arugula itself. We're gonna do just a little bit of pepper and salt. A little bit of olive oil, just to drizzle. And then the other half of the lemon that we used for the tzatziki earlier. Because I love pain apparently, and that cut is gonna burn again. Okay. And then we'll just give that guy a little toss. Okay. It's not hurting. I love arugula, that peppery bitterness that it has, and then the lemon and everything else just works so well for it. So good. Okay, so I actually only did 5 minutes of this in the oven just to kind of reheat everything. And that looks really yummy to me. Get this guy out. I don't always think things are not going to be hot when obviously they're freaking hot. It smells so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, now this beautiful tzatziki that we made. And green onion is not traditional in here. I just really like the flavor, the extra flavor and freshness that the onion gives in here. So, I mean, if you don't want to use it, don't, but I think you should because it's delicious. Now we're just going to kind of drizzle this along. Doesn't have to be beautiful, right? And then some of our gorgeous arugula over the top. What do you think? I think we have a winner flatbread dinner. Meatball Mediterranean dinner. So pretty. Look at that guy. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. It looks so pretty. I got sauce all over my hand already. Yay! Doesn't that look pretty? So I placed everything kind of methodically on the flatbread so that you got everything in your bite, in your perfect bite. So if you look at it, every piece has a meatball, every piece has tomato, every piece has me salivating as I'm talking about it. All the things, has all of it. Oh my gosh, look how, like, the texture of the flatbread is so, it's like crunchy, right? But then you can see that it's like soft and fluffy in the inside. It's gonna be so yummy. Are we ready? This is ridiculous. There's so much just kind of freaking out all over your mouth. It's so yummy. The meatball is cooked perfectly. The texture is amazing. The arugula is that peppery, fresh flavor. The tzatziki is so delicious. Like, oh my gosh. There's so much going on in that. You have acidity, you have salts, you have texture, you have meat. There's so much. You can't be mad at any of that. Not at all. I love the olive in it. So good. You guys have to make this. Get your girl out for the last week of summer. You'll be happy you did. This is so good. As always, you know, I would really appreciate if you guys did like and comment and subscribe and those wonderful YouTube things that will really... Why are you so grumpy? Do you hear? Some people don't like us. Don't be grumpy. My dog. One of them. And you know, make this food. It's so yummy. I hope you do. The link for this amazing, yummy, delicious, wonderful, magnificent, all the things, flatbread, the link will be in the description for my blog, where you can go there and get this recipe and all the other recipes that we've done in the previous weeks. Please make this yummy, delicious, amazing, wonderful, oh my gosh, this flatbread is so good. So good, I promise. I won't lie to you. I took lemon to my cup for you. Make sure you stick around for the wine pairing. It will be a crime to miss it. Stay tuned. Bye guys. So yummy. The wine I chose to pair with this amazing flatbread is a 2018 Cabernet by 19 Crimes. British rogues guilty of at least one of the 19 crimes were sentenced to live in Australia. This punishment by transportation began in 1788. As pioneers in a frontier penal colony, they forged a new country and new lives brick by brick. This wine celebrates the rules they broke and the culture they built. This wine is interesting because of its history. History for Mediterranean cuisine suggests 3 core elements: olive, wheat, and grape. This delicious flatbread utilizes olive oil and olives, and pairs perfectly with this dark berry wine. This wine offers bright red hues and intense aromas. A gentle sweetness allows for a rich mouthfeel. Enjoy a glass of 19 Crimes Cabernet, not just for its affordability, but also for its intensity and its history. Pair it with my Mediterranean flatbread. It'd be a crime not to. You can find this wine in most marketplaces, as well as online on sites such as wine.com. Please utilize the link when ordering. Thank you.